This 2019 to 2020 Miami Heat team has been a big revelation all season long, and as of the making of this video, they're still ahead against the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, while most fans probably didn't expect them to get this deep in the playoffs. But with team veterans and leaders Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic leading the way, the Heat does not seem to be done yet, and I think that the next few years is just going to be even much better for them. And the main reason for that, I should say, is their first-time All-Star, all-defensive team guy, and starting big man, Bam Adebayo. During the season, the quote-unquote undersized 6'9" Kentucky product has averaged 16.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 5.1 assists, together with 1.3 blocks and 1.2 steals per game. In short, Bam has been doing almost everything well for this Heat team in just his third season. And for real, I see him being the heart and soul of this Miami franchise for the foreseeable future, and dare I say that he's probably the most versatile big in the league right now. And I guess it's just bad news for the whole NBA when you realize that Bam isn't even half of the player that he could become. But what is it that really makes him special? Is he even going to be the consensus big man in the NBA in the next few years? Or is he already better than your favorite team's starting center? What's good guys, my name is Riro Balls, and in today's video, we'll take a look at the beast that is Bam Adebayo and how he could possibly win multiple championships for the Miami Heat. We are currently living in an era of basketball wherein the standard definition of the big man has been drastically altered. Nowadays, centers are not only expected to simply crash the boards, post up, or bang bodies underneath the basket. The concept of spacing has changed the NBA so much in recent years that big men are now expected to be able to shoot the ball well from range, run the floor, and even be able to switch in almost every defensive possession. And this is why guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, or Karl Anthony Towns have been overvalued around the league so much. But in my opinion, there's no other player who has the most potential to be the best big man in the modern NBA than Bam Adebayo. Standing at already 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan, Bam is completely bought into the Heat culture from day one as he showcased the multiple facets of his game. Obviously, the guy is an instant lob threat who also uses passing lanes well to cut and score inside, thanks to his mobility. Aside from being an able inside offensive presence, he is also a solid playmaking big who excels in facilitating handoffs and making precision passes to his teammates, while also being able to knock down the occasional jumper. Yeah, he's just that versatile of an athlete, and he's not doing all of this out of a randomness or whatnot, because actually, Bam already has the necessary tools to be a great NBA big as soon as he entered the league in 2017. In fact, his numbers for the spark or the speed, power, agility, reaction, and quickness test during the 2017 draft combine are simply off the hook. Overall, Bam has registered a 103.8 rating, which ranks number 1 among all draft-eligible big men that year. Plus, that rating also belongs to the 97th percentile of all bigs who participated in the draft combine since it began in the year 2000. To put it simply, Bam is gifted with freakish athletic ability for a big man while also having a 38-inch vertical. And these tools, together with his looming scoring and defensive potential, might just be the reason why Miami took him 14th overall in the 2017 NBA draft, and boy, did they pick up a real gem of a big man. But just like any other young player, Bam didn't really get that much playing time during his first 1.5 seasons in South Beach. But all thanks to Coach Spoelstra deciding to finally make him the full-time starting center after the 2019 All-Star break, the Heat have seemingly unleashed the kid's stacked potential, and during the last 25 regular season games of the 2018 to 2019 season, he had produced more double-doubles than he had during the prior 57 games of the year. And entering the 2019 to 2020 season, Bam had just rode that momentum as he has further elevated his game in all areas while making his first NBA All-Star appearance. And with the Miami Heat being known for running their motion-type offense most of the time, they have totally hit the jackpot with Adebayo, because let's be real, Bam's ability to pass the ball while being a legit threat in the pick and roll is something you won't see in the NBA that often. And yeah, no disrespect to Nikola Jokic, who is one of the best passing big men in the league, but if you look at it closely, the effectivity of Jokic as a passer is somehow limited to him being in a stagnant position on the block most of the time, enabling him to make a kick-out pass or a dribble handoff. But in Bam's case, what makes his passing more of a delight to see is his ability to make these exact dimes while being on the move, out of pick and rolls, or even from the top of the key or from the elbow. In short, Bam has the ability to create plays for his teammates while moving all the time, and even as a primary ball handler on the half-court set. And again, he's able to do all of these things because of his agility and lateral mobility paired with excellent court vision. And this is what makes him the perfect big for Coach Po's system, which relies on constant cuts to the basket and tons of screen and roll action. And well, the NBA is shifting more and more into positionless style of basketball by the minute, which makes versatile passing big men like Bam more invaluable. And well, Bam's 5.1 assists per game in the 2019 to 2020 season ranks second among all centers, only behind Jokic. And well, his value to Miami doesn't stop there, as his versatility further extends to the defensive end of the floor. And honestly, I think Bam has Defensive Player of the Year potential written all over him, as he has shown this season. And well, with most teams running a steady amount of pick and rolls, Bam's excellent feat on the defensive end has been one of the main reasons why the Heat has become one of the scariest teams to play against, as in the 2019 to 2020 season, Miami has limited opponents to 103.3 points per 100 possessions, which is good for 6th in the NBA. And here's the thing, Bam also has the ability to guard positions 1 to 5 constantly, depending on what is asked of him. Don't believe me? Well, during the season, Adebayo defended a total of 440 shots from forwards, 324 shots from guards, and 169 shots from centers, and he was able to hold forwards to just 42% shooting, guards to just 43%, and centers to just 48.5% from the field. Well, I think that his defensive versatility is totally insane, considering that those guys which he defended at least 10 times during the year includes a variety of players like Russell Westbrook, Joel Embiid, Bradley Beal, Markelle Fultz, Nikola Vucevic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, that's how effective of an individual defender Bam is. And considering that the guy's passing and defense is already pretty much on an elite level, the only thing I probably would wish for him to have is a consistent jumper and of course, a reliable 3-point shot in the near future. And yeah, I believe he'll get there sooner than later, considering that he's playing in a Miami system which highlights an equal opportunity type of offense. There's no question that Pat Riley has already laid down the foundations for the Miami Heat's future with guys like Bam, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Kendrick Nunn. And yeah, sure, he has done such an amazing job in putting this young core together, but in my opinion, one thing that needs to be immediately addressed is Bam's impending free agency come 2021. And honestly, it's kind of mind-boggling to hear rumors about the Heat wanting to wait until 2021 before they offer Bam an extension. And of course, given the whole Giannis free agency thing, which the Heat are allegedly preparing for that same summer, it's easy to argue that Miami can save up to $14 million in cap space if they wait until 2021 to extend Bam's contract. And while that may be true, I think that waiting too long before locking up your team's young all-star big man to a max deal isn't a good idea. And considering the accomplishments that Bam has had in his young career, prioritizing cap space for another free agent surely shows lack of commitment to your future franchise player. And something like that might potentially rub a young player the wrong way. And if you're Miami, well, you probably might already have had a sit down with Bam regarding these things and whatnot. But ultimately, you just don't want to give the impression that this kid is somehow expendable, because he's not. And in reality, a big man of Bam's caliber is very rare to find in today's NBA. Well, that is, if there's even any big man like him out there. And of course, only time will tell how good Bam really could be in the next probably 5 years or so. But based on what we've already seen from him, and considering that there's still so much potential waiting to be developed, I definitely wouldn't bet against him leading the Miami Heat to at least a finals appearance in the not so distant future. And who knows, maybe the LeBron and D-Wade era won't even be the best the Miami Heat franchise will get to produce. Maybe it will be the Bam Adebayo era after all. Thank you for sticking until the end of the video, and if you've enjoyed this one, please help me promote my content by subscribing to the channel. It would be a great help for me as a new content creator. And if you have any violent reactions or thoughts regarding Bam Adebayo, whether you think it's good or maybe there's something off with this game, it's all good. Just feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section, or if you want to hear anything about the NBA on the channel, then feel free to hit me up and let me know. Also, don't forget to smash the like button, or better yet, share the video so we can spread the word. Again, this is Riro Balls, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.